Over the past couple of days, we really have been in between two systems, ridge of high pressure and the trough of low pressure system to the north of us. And because of that, we've seen just very mild ups and downs in our temperatures. And today, we were just a bit cooler, though you probably didn't notice it, especially with that extra sunshine out there this afternoon. But we are going to see this low pressure system drop. It won't be until Monday. So Sunday, we are looking a little warmer, and that is because ridge of high pressure are going to win again. You can kind of see that building in tomorrow. We're going to see mostly sunny skies, but with that said, I do think we are going to see a few more of those coastal clouds compared to what we are seeing this afternoon. So again, that trough of low pressure, here it is. It's finally going to drop and then push out of the area, or I should say move through the area on Monday. So that is why we are going to see the coolest temperatures really of the next 7 on Monday. It will be a little bit more noticeable, those temperatures, especially for those inland locations. With that said, our coastal areas probably won't really see a major decrease in those temperatures. Our coastal temperatures are going to remain pretty consistent. But again, inland, we certainly will feel that cool down on Monday. We will have a few clouds passing through as well. You can see that moisture, that upper level moisture here, this green, that is in the form of some clouds, some high level clouds. As we head through the midweek, now ridge of high pressure builds back in again, and by Tuesday, Wednesday, by the way, looking like the warmest day of the week, we're going to see some pretty toasty temperatures, especially for those inland locations, but we're not going to stay here very long either. Look at this, that trough low pressure once again is going to start to dig down into our area, and we're going to see those winds picking up as well through the latter part of this coming week here. So temperatures will slowly start to decrease as we head into that Friday, next Saturday time frame. So that's kind of where we're headed. Again, for tonight, low clouds will start to fill the bay, pushing into the Salinas Valley and nearby valleys as well. It is possible to see maybe some patchy low clouds around the Hollister and the southern part of the Santa Clara Valley. And really, those low clouds will thicken a bit through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. And then they'll, as I mentioned, slowly start to clear as we head through the latter part of the morning. By lunchtime, we are going to see some clearing on the north side of the bay. But again, I do think we are going to see a bit more of those low clouds hanging out around the coast tomorrow afternoon, especially on the south and east side of the bay. By the way, those northwesterly winds are going to continue to be gusty. We saw some gusty winds out there. They really started to pick up around lunchtime. We're going to see that again on Sunday for Father's Day. So again, north side of the bay will be nicer even as we head into the evening hours, but then those low clouds once again will fill back in and push into our valleys overnight, taking us into Monday morning. And of course, when we have these low clouds, it is possibly see some patchy fog as well. How about those temperatures for Father's Day? Not too bad. We'll be in those low to mid 70s on the north side of the bay, bumping it back up into those low 80s for the San Lorenzo Valley. And most of the Santa Cruz Mountains going to be in those 70s. Davenport, you'll be in those mid 60s. Overnight lows really not going to change too much from what we are waking up to either this morning. It is going to be kind of cool out there with those upper 40s to low 50s for most spots. So again, north side of the bay a little bit warmer. Our coastal temperatures, you're really not going to see them change much as we head down the bay there around Marina. We'll be in those low 60s, upper 60s for Salinas, 78 for Hollister, and we'll be in those low 80s for the Santa Clara Valley. Monterey Peninsula, again, very similar to what you were seeing today, maybe a degree warmer, that's about it. Most of the peninsula will be in those low to mid 60s tomorrow afternoon. And as we head into the Salinas Valley, temperatures mostly in those 70s until you hit about King City, where we're going to see those mid 80s. 90s still, though, for those southern valleys. That's kind of where we've been sitting over the last couple of days. It was a little cooler this afternoon. And then once you're back around the coast, we'll be in those low 70s. Again, overnight lows will be a bit chilly, especially inland. We'll be in those mid to upper 40s, and around the coast, upper 40s to low 50s. Again, we're going to see some windy conditions over the next couple of days. That wind will die down a little bit as that ridge of high pressure builds in. And again, look at that. We're going to see some 70s around the coast by the time Wednesday rolls around. But it is a short-lived warm-up. Temperatures are going to start to drop as we head into the following weekend. We're going to see that more noticeable around our inland locations. So again, a little bit cooler on Monday. It's going to be pleasant tomorrow for Father's Day. And then as we head into midweek, Wednesday, look at that. We're going to be back in those 80s, probably even a few upper 90s for those interior locations. And then as we start to head into the next weekend, we're going to see those temperatures dropping. But for our inland spots, you're looking at mostly sunny skies.